slam dunk here. Screen and roll. Nobody goes with the roller right to the rim.
Again, just a good setup there by International Sports Academy, and now it'll be Clayton to inbound it. They get it in at the free throw line. Nice back cut. Kicks it in the corner. Mullins knocks it away. Almost comes up with a steal, but it goes out of bounds off the pass from Ambrose.
I'm very surprised that Chapmanville is sticking with this man-to-man defense with the size advantage going to Osborne. I think you're going to see a zone coming their way here pretty soon. That's where Beckley Prep had a lot of their advantage, was when they did play a little zone.
Exactly 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 4-0. ISA leads it as they get it in deep for Bediako, guarded by Obinna. Driving in is Bediako and fouled on the way in as he can't finish. And we'll see if that goes on Obinna or not here. And it will be on Obinna, his first.
And Obinna's got to stay out of foul trouble. They can ill afford to lose his size in there against this squad, especially trying to guard Bediako. You can see this guy, he is huge. You can see why, Chris, he's a top 30 recruit in the country.
Well, I said he's 6'9", but it's
6'9"?
Very underrated 6'9", it looks
6'9". Like. If he's 6'9", then that makes me 5'3".
I'm going to say, if he's 6'9", you and I weigh, 150 pounds.
Haven't seen 150 in a while, Chris.
I was 4 years old.
Not wrong.
As Bediako hits both free throws to make it 6-0 now in favor of ISA. Again, I know from words I speak, I was about the same.
Well, Bediako checks out now, and that's going to give Chapmanville a little bit of breathing, but now they'll move Ambrose over to the center position, and you don't get much relief there. He's about 6'8".
And Chase Berry now into the game with starting quarterback for Chapmanville the last couple of seasons, and now he'll get his first look of action tonight as Mullins gets into the paint, puts up a floater and gets it to go. First bucket of the game for the Tigers as Mullins converts.
Mullins needed that. Good drive into the middle of the lane. Just throw one up and get it to drop.
6-2 in favor of ISA. 5 minutes to go in the first. They go down low to Ambrose, bodying up on Mullins. Double team comes. Now they kick it left side. Corner three and count it from the left side for Brad Colbert.
And Colbert, last night, he was a real defensive hound, but he can knock down the open shot when needed. Good play there for ISA.
Shull lobs it up ahead. Obinna able to make the catch. Drives in on Ambrose. Goes up and a nice floater as he runs away from the rim and gets it to fall for his first basket.
Back on this end.
Now there's an open three from Colby Dillenbeck as he knocks down his first three, so ISA comes right back.
ISA likes to push it, Chris, and now they're going to try and trap Obinna in the middle of the court.
12-4 in favor of ISA as Obinna, top of the key for Mullins, drives in on Dillenbeck, gets inside, nice floater again, and gets it to bank home for Philip Mullins.
Philip Mullins has come alive. Obinna's getting on the board. Chapmanville's got to find another scoring option because literally everybody on this ISA team can score the bucket.
They get it over left corner. Three on the way again, and again it's good as Andy Barba gets in on the action. He's got his first points of the game, and that's the third three-pointer for ISA.
Well, this is a different team than what I saw yesterday, Chris. They are knocking down shots where they struggled yesterday.
Now they go down low to Obinna. Gets free on the left block, and Obinna puts it in with a banker and a quick timeout by Brad Napper with 3:39 to go here in the first quarter, as it's just been an assault from the outside thus far by ISA, but Chapmanville starting to find some offense on their end as they cut it down to 7. But now it's going to be difficult. Again, Nathan, you mentioned that ISA struggled with their shooting last night, but here tonight really firing away. And if Chapmanville can't pack it in on a zone and has to go man-to-man all evening, there's going to be a lot of mismatches on that end of the floor.
Yeah, you're going to see they're going to have to switch to some sort of zone, Chris. I don't know, with the outside shooting, I don't know if you can afford to go 3-2 or 2-3. You can't. 3-2 maybe, but with Bediako out, Chapmanville needs to take advantage of a little bit of the size they do have because Obinna is bigger, I believe, than Ambrose, but now Bediako checks back in.
Now here comes ISA with a 7-point lead.
You cannot leave these shooters open in the corner for three. They'll make you pay every time.
Now 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Clayton skips it cross court, dangerous pass, but it's able to find an open man in Barba. Now he's trapped, gets it out front for Dillenbeck. Over to the left side. Colbert looks down low for Bediako. Now they skip it out into the corner. Clayton three. This one online, but misses. Obinna gets the rebound. And here comes Shull with it up the right side. Gets it to Mullins. He pulls up for three. Count it for Philip Mullins. And Chapmanville is called back to within 4.
And that was a good look from Philip Mullins, but now they got a mismatch of Bediako on Mullins. They're gonna have to, and they're moving into a 2-3 zone. I knew that you would see some sort of zone from Napier out of the timeout.
So Chapmanville does adjust here and goes 2-3 and going to try and dare ISA to go from outside. Barba obliges, but he misses from the right side off the side of the rim. Chapmanville with a chance to cut this to one possession after the bombardment from ISA in the first few minutes. Obinna goes from deep. He's off the mark. Rebounded underneath, though, by Smith. Kicks it out. Shull wide open. Three, and Andrew Shull buries his first shot of the game, and the Tigers now down to 1.
And the three-point shooting of ISA's went a little cold. Dylan Beck misses.
Yeah, he misses, but there's ISA on the boards as a good rebound by Colbert, able to sneak inside and lay it in for his 5th point.
ISA's pushing the tempo, and that's causing Chapmanville to really not get back in time. And here comes Shull with it.
And Shull gets to the free throw line, out to Mullins. He'll go for the tie. No good off the side of the rim. Rebounded underneath, taken away by ISA as Clayton brings it up the right side. Clayton gets it over, open three by Barba, and he buries another one as he's got his second three of the quarter, and he's got 6 points.
That's what I was worried about, Chris, with a 2-3 zone for Chapmanville. Really hard to get out and put pressure on those shooters in that zone.
Now here comes Shull, left side, gets it into the corner. Smith now to Mullins, back out to Smith. He dribbles around, gets it over to Shull. As Coach Napper calls for a new play here with 90 seconds left in the opening period. Shull.
I do like that Obinna took that three with confidence, though. He's got to be able to knock that down.
They get it over to Smith, now back out to Shull. Shull takes it left side, takes it into the paint, gets it up over Bediako, but it's too strong. Rebound comes down to Clayton. Here comes Barba now up ahead. Pass over to Dillenbeck, gets away from him, chases it down in the corner, but loses it out of bounds and back over to Chapmanville.
And that was a good recovery there, Chris, by Chapmanville to get back and put some pressure on, but Coach Napier is not happy right now.
It's a minute 8 to go here in the first quarter, and what has been a nonstop three-point fest on both sides as Chapmanville's got 2, while ISA has bombed away for 4. They get it to Obinna on the right side, driving it on Dillenbeck, and there's a reach-in on Dillenbeck, and Obinna sold it about as well as you could sell it that time.
There might have been a little bit of a reach, but Obinna made sure that everybody in the last row of the corner of the gym knew there was a reach there. If you're on video productions, take a look at the replay here. A little bit of a reach, but Obinna looked like he was trying to throw a newspaper.
Free throw up, in and out, no good for Obinna on his first attempt.
Cannot leave points at the line, Chris. That is a killer, especially against a town and school like this. You cannot leave those free throw points at the line.
And Obinna, he has committed to Marshall University after a lot of speculation on where he may go next year as he hits the second free throw. Averaged 15.2 points per game last year, and thus far this year, though, putting up put up a big number against Nitro with 23 points. Had 26 in that exhibition against the Kentucky State champions, including that game-winning 3. Now here comes ISA with a 5-point lead. Dillenbeck looks to add up from 3 more, no good. Ambrose tips it out. It'll be saved by Milo Merrick, who just checked in. Now they get it back out. Dillenbeck over right side, 3 from the corner, too strong that time. Long rebound out again, knocked loose. Dalton tried to get his hands on it.
Oh, he traveled.
And Dillenbeck got away with it and gets all the way to the basket for a lay-in.
Dillenbeck got away with the travel there, but he was able to put one up. Chapmanville probably going to hold for one shot here to end this quarter.
22-15 in favor of ISA. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Shull dribbling around the top of the key against Colbert. Now gets it to Mullins. 7 seconds. Now to Obinna. He'll put up a corner 3, and he's fouled on it. And Dillenbeck again picks up the foul.
That right there. I was looking here, see if maybe it was a double dribble. Yeah, that was definitely a double dribble or a walk on the video productions replay. But Obinna now looking to put three free throws up here before the end of the quarter.
He buries the first. Obinna with 6 points here in the opening quarter. Lead back down to 6.
They're going to have to really use him.
It's Coach Napper looking to send in 3 new subs here after the second free throw by Obinna.
This is a move that Coach Mark Hatcher used to do a lot of at the end of quarter.
ISA, Chapmanville only down 4 right now. 4.4 seconds left in the quarter. They get it up ahead. Combs is going to launch from half court with time on the clock. No good. Jeffrey gets the rebound, and that will do it for the first 8 minutes of play. So nonstop action both ways, but ISA holds a 4-point lead on the defending Class AA champions. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you are watching and listening to Chapmanville basketball action with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, Surgical Podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you from the Phenoms Country Roads Classic, where the debate over how to pronounce Bediako's name continues to go on. Now we've got Butch Mounts with a third different pronunciation that we're getting told. We got James Barker with one pronunciation, Nathan with a pronunciation, and now we got Butch with a pronunciation.
I talked to the coaching staff last night after the Beckley Prep game, so I'm sticking with my pronunciation.
So Ambrose with it. They get it cross court.
We can call him Charles if you'd like.
yeah, we may just do that instead. Well, they get it out front. Keon Ambrose, he'll knock down the top of the key jumper as he gets his first 2 points of the game, 24-18 in favor of ISA.
Ambrose is quite the talent. That was a nice jumper there from the top of the key, and Shull looks to get Mullins back into it.
It's out top. Obinna drives in strong right side, lost control, almost tipped it in himself off the deflection, but comes back out. Now stolen away by ISA. One-on-one, Shull tries to get back, and we get a foul, and that's going to be an offensive foul. It's going to go against Clayton as he was driving in on Shull, and I think they got him for lowering the shoulder.
Yeah, maybe some kind of push-off. See it on our replay here, but that was a surprising call. I assumed it would go against Shull.
Now that's 5 team fouls on ISA. Obinna drives in strong, has it knocked away by Ambrose, and now a double dribble called on Clayton in the backcourt, so not the most fun 20 seconds here for Jaden Clayton.
Yeah, you can tell he's frustrated.
Now Charles checks back into the game for ISA. I'm serious. I'm gun shy now.
I'm going with Bediako, as that's what the coaching staff told me last night. But man, he is a horse in there. You can see the talent on this kid.
Now Shull with it on the left side. Chapmanville trails at 24-18. Gets it over to Mullins. Mullins out to Shull. He'll take a three from the right wing, and Andrew Shull hits again. His second three-pointer.
Man, he's got some range on that shot, Chris.
And he had 6 threes in that 99-65 win over Nitro. Had 27 points in that game. And he told me I had 23 by halftime, so he was really on the other night against the Nitro Wildcats. Clayton to the free throw line, gives it off to Ambrose, goes in strong against Jeffrey, can't finish, and Jeffrey with the rebound.
Good defense by Jeffrey there against Ambrose.
And Hunter Jeffrey starting to see a lot more playing time, moving up from JV this year. Chapmanville trails it by 3. Shull on the right wing, thought about pulling up, now will from the same spot, same result as Andrew Shull ties things up at 24.
And he looks at Coach Napier and is like, I felt it, I'm shooting it.
Chapmanville look like they might get run out of their own gym in the early going of this game, but have now rebounded to come back and tie this game. Cross-court pass, open 3 from the right corner, 2 strong, no good by Merrick, but long rebound comes down, a lot of contact as Bediako, who threw it in as he went to the ground, but they're going to say the foul was before then on Hunter Jeffrey.
And Jeffrey doing some big boy work underneath on Bediako. You see it here, he's just bodying the big guy up, and Jeffrey holding his own underneath, and he's given up maybe, 6-7 inches to Bediako? So yeah. Impressive from Hunter Jeffrey.
Now Clayton will inbound it deep, dangerous pass, but it's able to find his intended target in Barba. Now back to Clayton. 5:45 to go in the first half. We're all even at 24 here in the third game of the evening from Chapmanville, West Virginia in the Phenoms Country Roads Classic. They go inside, pass knocked away. We got a whistle and an offensive foul on ISA.
No, I think they're calling it out of bounds. Referee just blew the whistle a little early.
And so that, let's see if they whistle one or not. Okay, it looks like maybe it was just a turnover. Again, 5 team fouls against ISA, 2 against Chapmanville here in the first half. We're under 5.5 to go, and Chapmanville with an opportunity to take their first lead of the game on this trip. Mullins out talk to Obinna. Open look, no good. Almost banked it in. Long rebound comes out, taken by Barba. Barba in transition over to Clayton on the right side. Drives in, rejected by Obinna as it goes up. Taken away by Mullins, and now stolen back by Ambrose, and he's cut off by his own man on the way in. And who's the foul on here? Bediako was the one that was in the way.
That's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, Ambrose ran into his own guy. Ambrose had an uncontested dunk if Bediako isn't there, and Bediako took the block/charge, and that's what Chapmanville's upset about now. They said, we didn't touch him.
I didn't see a foul. I mean, that's what I'm confused about. Maybe the ref thought there was a foul. They may waive this off. Oh, they're calling it on Obinna.
Oh, wow. So they get Obinna, and that's number 2 on him.
He was the closest guy to the play, but I don't know. It didn't look like Obinna touched him.
So Ambrose goes to the line and hits on the first. He's got 3 points now. And now a 30-second timeout whistled here. There's a lot of confusion as to what in the world just happened there.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Well, we have a moment. Just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-855-4906. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Well, Chris, coming up tomorrow, we've got even more action headed your way. Starting at 2:30 in the afternoon, Beckley Prep will take on Beth Haven Christian, and then Henderson Collegiate will take on Wyoming East. Man High School and Nitro, we'll be back on WVOW for that one. Man coming back without Caleb Blevins. He'll be suspended for 2 games due to his fight last night with Sorrell from Tug Valley, who will also be serving a 2-game suspension. And then Greater Beckley Christian will against Winton Wood from Ohio. And then the late game, Chapmanville takes on Miller School from Virginia. That is the Phenom Hoops Report Country Roads Classic here in Chapmanville.
Ambrose hits both free throws. And, yeah, you and I will be here for Man and Nitro, and then we'll be back later on in the evening for Chapmanville and Miller, Virginia. So make sure you join us again tomorrow here on WVOW Radio for more high school basketball action.
If you want to catch all the action, Video Productions will have everything.
Now 4:50 to go here in the second quarter. ISA leads it by 2. Chase Berry on the left wing with it. Guarded by Clayton out front for Shull. Shull out in their midcourt. Guarded by Colbert. Takes it over. Nice crossover. Gets into the paint. Pull-up jumper for Shull, and great control by Andrew Shull. He's got 11 points now.
That was a nice shot there as he took Colbert off the dribble and then just stopped at the top of the key and just shot it, and in it went. Tie ball game.
26 apiece. They go down low for Bediako. He misses on the right block, taken away by Mullins. Now again a chance for Chapmanville to try and take their first lead of the game. Shull over to the left side. Boy, he's thinking about a deep 3 right now as he drives in on Colbert. Looks, finds Mullins. Mullins will take the 3 from the right wing. No good. Long rebound comes out. Chased down by Barba. So here comes ISA looking to take the lead back as Clayton into the center. Kicks it over left side. Now ISA will reset. Out top, Barba, wide open look. No good, too strong. Long rebound, though, comes right back to Barba. Over to Clayton, lobs it inside. Bediako, boy, that ricocheted off the backboard. And here comes Mullins with it out of the pile. Mullins up the center of the floor. Drives inside. Bediako not there. Throws up a rolling layup. No good. Rebounded, though, by Jeffrey, and they'll reset. Again, Obinna on the bench with 2 fouls. Now to Mullins on the left wing. 3.5 to go before halftime. Picks up his dribble, needing help, and he throws it off of Barba and out of bounds. It'll stay with Chapmanville.
Hunter Jeffrey, man, I'm going to sing his praises. He's doing some work underneath trying to guard Bediako, and he's giving up about a half a human being to the guy. But he's underneath doing a great job. They're double-teaming Bediako and Ambrose on the block in that 2-3 zone, and ISA's just not knocking down their threes, which would make Chapmanville have to get out of that zone.
Now Mullins will walk it across the timeline here. 3:20 to go before halftime. Brody Dalton still looking, now finds Mullins, wide open three, top of the key, and Chapmanville has their first lead of the evening at 29-26. Quickly the other way, Ambrose comes in right side, short on the mid-range shot. Barba, though, on the rebound, and Barba able to put it back up and in for his 8th point.
Barba's a very talented player, kind of gets overlooked on this squad, but he is a true player for this team.
Now Brody Dalton goes for three, air ball over the rim, but there's Chase Berry with the rebound. Now it goes to Mullins, over to Hunter Jeffrey, wide open layup, and a great find by Philip Mullins.
Mullins was able to get Osborne on him. Jeffrey standing right there, and they found him for an easy layup.
And Jeffrey had 11 in the win over Nitro the other night. Barba, three again from the left wing, and Andy Barba showing why he's D1 committed to Miami of Ohio with his third three.
He's going to Miami, not Florida. He's going to where Ben Roethlisberger plays, and they're going to call an illegal screen on Jeffrey there.
And so we're all at 31, and if you're watching on video productions, again, you see it again. Barba, just that catch and shoot, as he's got that quick release. And Chapmanville's been having to live and die without Obinna on the court right now in kind of this 2-3 zone, and Barba's made him pay a few times.
Right, think about it. We're going to see Barba and Obinna again in Conference USA play one of these days.
Yeah, that is very true with both of them going to that conference. Barba for three from the right corner, no good this time. Rebounded by Shull. Shull going up against Clayton. He'll pull up from the right side, no good. Jeffrey gets the rebound, kicks it out, and throws it into the crowd, though it was deflected by ISA. Hunter Jeffrey threw that one harder than I think Chase Berry did in football season. Berry might think he launched that thing outside.
Well, he knew he had bodies around him, but how about Jeffrey to get that rebound? And Ambrose was right there. Hunter Jeffrey, man, he's big dogging it underneath there. He says size doesn't matter.
2 minutes to go here in the second quarter, 31-31 between Chapmanville and ISA. Mullins, top of the key, dribbles over left side, lobs it back out front for Shull. Shull gets a screen, top of the key, three on the way, and Andrew Shull continues his hot shooting. He's got 4 threes here in the half and 14 points.
Underneath the screen, and Andrew Shull will make you pay, and that's exactly what happened there. Defender goes underneath, Shull knocks it down.
Barba, can he answer? No good from the left wing. Rebounded, though, underneath, put back up, way off the mark on the layup attempt that time for ISA, as Cole Early just had no control on that one. Now here comes Shull, dribbles in left side and draws the contact, and he'll go to the line. I tell you what, you talk about, Devin Collins going to Marshall, Obinna going to Marshall, and now Andrew Shull is going to get some looks just because of the way he plays and his shooting ability. I mean, this kid doesn't get some looks, I'm going to be extremely surprised.
Yeah, he hasn't got any D1 offers as of yet, mostly Division II, some local. I think he got one from Bluefield, but I think the offers will pour in for him.
And that free throw a little short.
After we sing his praises. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and a very reliable free throw shooter normally. But, yeah, right there, it looked like it slipped out of his hands, and he even came away wiping his hands off.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, Shaq, well, geez, was that grease on there?
Shouldn't have had that popcorn, But, no, Shull's a great player, and I think he'll get some looks. Chapmanville has dropped 4 back here.
Shull hits on the second free throw. He's now got 15 points, and Chapmanville leads it by 4. Merrick brings it up the floor for ISA. They get it left side. Ambrose now skips it cross court. 3 for Early on the way, no good. And there's Mullins on the rebound. Gets ahead to Shull. Closing in on the final minute of play here in the first half. Shull gets a screen. 3 from the left wing. Rattles around and falls home as he starts to emote and scream on the way back up the floor. He knows how hot.
So you can't celebrate too much against a squad like this. You got to get back and play defense because they're pushing in transition.
38-31 Chapmanville after trailing big in the early going of the first quarter. Merrick over left side. Back out front, Merrick. He'll launch a 3 from the left side. In and out, no good. And now a foul, and this is going to go against ISA. That's Bediako. That'll be on him.
Chapmanville's got the momentum, and that's going to be the 1-and-1 now for Chapmanville. And Bediako, now I don't know how many fouls that is on him, but let's take a look here. Underneath, and Hunter Jeffrey drew the foul.
He had the position on him.
Dirty work, man. He's doing it underneath.
I tell you what, I'm like you, man. Hunter Jeffrey has played some big-time minutes here.
It's not going to show up in the stat sheet either, and that's unfortunate, but he is playing big-time minutes right now, especially when you have Obinna, who's able to sit down for an extended period of time with multiple fouls.
Well, I said they've gone on a run and extended this lead with Obinna on the bench, and now Jeffrey, who's admitted he's not a very good free throw shooter. He told me
Ain't got to be.
Yeah, he told me in class the other day, he bragged about it. He said, I actually hit both my free throws the other day. So let's see how this goes on the 1-and-1, and this one misses off the back iron, no good. So rebound comes down to ISA, 35 seconds left in the first half. Over left side, three on the way, online, but no good for Colbert. Gets it back, and a charge, and who else but Hunter Jeffrey draws it.
What I tell you, Hunter Jeffrey, doing the little things that don't show up in the stat sheet, Chris. He takes a charge on an offensive rebound. You'll see it here, and boom, position, nailed it on the replay. Hunter Jeffrey, give that man a standing ovation.
And he gets one as he goes to the bench right here. After a rousing first half for him with Obinna on the bench, and you love it from the Chapmanville crowd, a basketball-savvy crowd. They know, only 2 points, but he did all the dirty work, as you mentioned, Nathan, here in the first half.
That's the kind of player you want on your team, Chris. That's the kind of guy you need to win ball games.
Yeah, so like a Zach Casto a few years ago for Chapmanville who did a lot of that work.
I think Cam Thurlman for WVU.
Yes, there's another good one. Down to 13 seconds left in the first half. Chapmanville by 7. Shull, nice drive, gets inside, puts up a tough floater, won't go. Rebound tipped out. Rebounded by Chase Berry with 5 seconds. Pass intercepted. Now here comes ISA with a chance. Three-quarter court shot at the horn, no good as it's airballed just inside midcourt by Barba, and that will do it for the first half. Well, ISA jumped out big with a 20-point first quarter, led it 20-14. And Chapmanville outscores them in the second quarter by a score of 24-11 to take a 7-point halftime lead over Invitational Sports Academy out of Ohio. Well, Nathan and I are going to step aside now as we are at the half, and we'll be gone for a 2-minute break. And when we come back after this 2-minute break, we'll talk about everything that's gone down here in the first half of action from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Welcome back, everybody. 38-31, Chapmanville leads it here at the half. Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Nathan Bush. As we get our official from the last game coming over here and giving us fist bump. You were amazing in that game. You were our comedy relief, sir. We absolutely loved it.
It was great. It was great.
It was. Yeah, if you were with us on video productions of that game, I was calling it. It was can't even remember who it was that was playing now.
Taze Valley.
Yeah, Taze Valley Christian and Henderson Collegiate. And, the Taze Valley Christian coach and him were and it wasn't anything mean either side, but, the official in that game had several funny things to say anytime that Coach Arrowwood got off the bench and was trying to contest something, so it was always fun listening to those two go back and forth with each other. But, here in the first half, Nathan, I mean, right off the bat, it really did look like Chapmanville was going to have big-time problems here this evening with ISA bombing away from the outside. They hit 4 threes in the first quarter and looked like they were unstoppable. Only hit 1 3 in the second quarter and just could not find the range, it felt like, from anywhere. As Chapmanville then slowly but surely came back. They waited them out almost, Nathan, after they had that big shooting. And a lot of teams would panic in that spot, but Chapmanville said, you know what, they're hot now. Let's wait and see if this continues. And it didn't, and Chapmanville got hot themselves in the second quarter.
Well, what happened, Chris, was Coach Napier took that timeout, and what he did was he switched his team from man-to-man into a 2-3 zone. And in that 2-3 zone, now normally a 2-3 zone would allow your shooters to knock down shots, but for ISA, their shooters went cold, and they were denying the ball to Bediako. They were denying the ball to Ambrose underneath. So what Chapmanville essentially did was take away the 2 big-time options that ISA has, and they're forcing guys like Barba and Clayton and Colbert and Dillenbeck to try to shoot their way out of a slump, and they've yet to be able to do so, and that's why Chapmanville has this lead. Plus, of course, the great play of Obinna Killen before he went to the bench with 2 fouls. Andrew Shull and Philip Mullins have been fantastic, but, man, I cannot harp on it enough. Hunter Jeffrey has come in and played big-time minutes. He's only got 2 points on the stat sheet, but what he's doing to guard Bediako, who he gives up at least 6 to 7 inches on. He's helping underneath on double teams, setting good screens, taking charges, going after 50-50 balls, doing all those things that you want a player to do that's on your squad.
Again, 38-31 Chapmanville here at the half. And as I said, we've had some fun here in the first half trying to get down the pronunciation of Charles Bediako again. Then we got one says Bediako. James Barker sent us that it was Bediako. James then told me that I was dead to him because I wouldn't go along with him on this. And, you said that you heard it from the coach yesterday that it was Bediako. So, you know what? Everyone out there on Twitter feed, on the feed for Video Productions, on WVOW feed, talk to Nathan Bush. Nathan Bush heard it. Nathan Bush swears on it. There you go, Nathan. There's the bus. I just threw you under it. I hope you enjoy it.
All right. I'll take all the hate.
And I know that there will be people, well, why didn't you go check? Well, here's why. Because I got off the previous broadcast, and immediately I'm trying to find starters, numbers, get the other roster filled out. I was literally filling out the roster as we came on the air. I didn't have the time. I hadn't even had time to be able to go and take a second to enjoy myself. So that's why maybe I didn't have it. So, again, Nathan Bush is the man you want to tag and talk to.
I'm just going by what I was told last night after the previous game. So
I'm just messing with you.
Hey, that's fine. Notice they all message you. They don't message me.
That's because they know that you'll strangle them. I won't.
I'm not that mean.
I was going to say, no one fears Chris Kidd getting mad. They know there's not a whole lot of
There's a couple tennis rackets that might. That'd be about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, they know there's not going to be a whole lot of repercussions with me getting angry. But you look at the first half scoring on both sides. We'll start with Chapmanville. Leading all scorers is Andrew Shull with 18 points, and Shull with 5 3-pointers in the first half to go along with that. Then you had Philip Mullins with 10 points, had a pair of threes himself. Then you had Obinna Killen, who got in foul trouble in the second quarter, but ended up with 8 points, all of those coming in the first quarter. And then you had Hunter Jeffrey as well in the lineup with 2 points to round out the scoring in the first half for Chapmanville. On the other end for ISA, Osborne, Ohio. Again, they were led in the first half by Andy Barba. He hit 3 3-pointers, finishing with 11 points. Then you had Colby Dillenbeck with 5 points, Brad Colbert with 5 points, Keon Ambrose with 4 points, Charles Bediako with 4 points, and rounding out the scoring was Jaden Clayton with 2 points. Well, ISA already out here after the half, warming up here, Coach Brisky's club trying to get themselves going again. But again, if they struggle to shoot like they did in the second quarter, Nathan, Chapmanville could have an opportunity to run them out of this place right now. So what do you feel like they've got to do to try and slow Chapmanville down a little bit, or what they got to do to get their offense going? Because in the second quarter, it was just non-existent.
Well, I feel like there's going to be some adjustments made for ISA, and there's too much talent on this team, Chris, to think they're going to struggle all night shooting the ball. I mean, these are Division I prospects we're talking about here. Chapmanville, they're going to have to endure a run by this team because you know it's coming. Basketball's a game of runs. Right now, Chapmanville's on a hot run. And I'm sure ISA will be on a run here in this half as well, so we'll have to wait and see. But, the coaching and the player and the talent is too good for this ISA squad for there to be too much longer of this poor shooting effort.
Well, 38-31, Chapmanville leads it. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the start of quarter number 3 from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville basketball action right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Start of quarter number 3 here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you as 38-31 Tigers lead it against International Sports Academy out of Ohio. Tigers with the ball going right to left across your computer screen, radio dial, and television here in the third quarter as Mullins gets into the paint, pull-up jumper, couldn't bank it in, and rebounded by Ambrose. ISA going left to right across your computer screen, radio dial, and television as Clayton gets it inside, kicks it out. Open three for Colbert, no good. Rebound comes out to the side, and Philip Mullins gets the rebound. Pushing it up ahead, Shull gets it on the left side, lobs it up to Obinna, and off his hands and out of bounds. Just a little off to the side on the lob that time. It's the second time Chapmanville almost got the alley-oop to work tonight.
Yeah, and Obinna would have knocked that down. That would have really got this place up and at him.
Colbert lobs it inside for Bediako. Had it knocked away by Obinna and out of bounds. It'll stay with ISA.
Yeah, it looks like they got Dalton underneath trying to guard Bediako, but then when he gets the ball, they send Obinna over to double him.
And I was going to say, Bediako is definitely bigger than 6'9". Obinna's 6'9", and he's got about a head on Obinna.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
what I'm saying. I don't see 6'9". I'm seeing 6'11", 7 foot.
Ambrose goes cross court. Yeah, and Ambrose is listed at 6'6", and even he's got a little
I got to look up at 6'6".
Yeah,
Whoa.
Even he's a little bit bigger. So now they get it out front. Barba takes a jumper and short-armed it. Misses, but saved by Ambrose. Back out front, stolen away by Mullins. Barba trying to chase. He's not going to get there, but Mullins misses the layup, but Obinna there to clean it up for his 10th point. 40-31 Chapmanville. Clayton kicks it out. Nobody home except for Arlie Bush as he grabs it as it goes out of bounds.
That'd have been a shame if that would have hit him in the face, wouldn't it? He's my cousin. I'm allowed to do that.
It's the long-running feud between Nathan Bush and Arlie Bush here on the radio.
Arlie knows I love him.
As Philip Mullins drives baseline, trying to get over to the left side, kicks it out to Shull. Shull gets to the free throw line, pulls up in front of Barba, no good off front of the rim. Rebound fought for underneath. Bediako and Mullins both slide out of bounds, or Barry rather, but it's taken away by Clayton. Clayton up the middle of the floor, gets it out to Barba on the left wing, now to Bediako. Lost control of it, but gets it back. Has to give it off to Clayton after he wasted his dribble. 40-31, Chapmanville leads it. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clayton out front, off the hands of Colbert.
Colbert's having trouble holding on to the ball this half so far.
That's about the third time he's bobbled one. They go down low for Bediako. He just buries his shoulder into Barry and takes him for a ride to the basket. Can't finish underneath, but he gets fouled by Barry. And Chapmanville, Obinna, Coach Napper, and everyone else signaling travel after that.
I don't know if it was a travel, but that dude takes really big steps, does Bediako. That's what we'll say on that. It was if it was 2 steps, those were 2 really big steps. But he just had a mismatch underneath, and there was nothing you could do with it.
Bediako's free throw up and switches it through. He's got 5 points now for the game. That's his first point since the first quarter.
Oh, yeah, he walked. If you look at the replay, he definitely walked.
Yeah, again, our replay on television on video productions. Yeah, he may have taken Barry for the ride, but he took it without a couple of dribbles.
He could have got away with that in the NBA, but not in high school. We have rules here.
The second free throw rims in and out, no good. So rebounded by Chapmanville, 40-32. Tigers lead it. There's 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Shull dribbles in right side, kicks it to Obinna. Both teams struggling to start this third quarter. Obinna drives in strong, can't get a good angle and misses off the side of the rim. Rebound comes down to Clayton. Clayton dribbles in, goes up. Obinna got there, forced him to throw it up higher, no good. Rebound comes out long, nice tip by Brody Dalton. Now Shull looking for help, gives it over to Barry. His layup goes home as they were able to beat Ambrose to the basket that time, and a good find.
There comes Ambrose now.
Gets it cross court for Barba, pull up baseline jumper, and Barba able to silence the crowd for now with his 13th point.
Obinna's not been able to get going. He had a long sit, Chris. That could play some effect on his offensive game getting going, as the loud lady from last year is behind us yet again.
42-34. Chapmanville leads it. Shull pull up jumper from the right elbow, and Andrew Shull picks up where he left off in the first half. He's now got 20 points. And it's good to be surrounded by all our familiar friends again.
As always.
4:25 to go here in the third quarter. 10-point Tiger lead. Over right side, Clayton, open three, as ISA has just gone ice cold from the outside, minus Barba here in this game.
Yeah, they really have, Chris. And here comes Obinna driving in.
Can't finish as he tried to take it in right side. Thought he got hacked, but nothing called. Now here comes Clayton back the other way. Clayton swings it over to Barba on the left side. Barry gets out on him quickly. Now to Colbert. Open look. In and out again. No good. And ISA getting good looks out of this 2-3 zone.
Yeah, and there's a timeout by Coach Napier.
That'll be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep things here with Chapmanville leading it 44-34 with 3:51 left here in the third quarter. But again, thus far here in the third, 6-3, Chapmanville outscoring ISA. But I tell you what, ISA just cannot get anything going since that first quarter here tonight, Nathan.
They really haven't been able to get the shots to fall here in this half, Chris. They came out cold in the second, and it's continued into the third. But Chapmanville not been able to really take a big advantage of it and increase the lead by much, as they too have been struggling to score here in this quarter.
And again, just to give you an idea about how cold ISA has gone, they scored 22 points in the first quarter and hit 4 3-pointers. Since then, they've only made 1 3-pointer, and they have only scored 12 points in the last, looks like 12 minutes now of play.
Yeah.
So they're averaging a point a minute.
That's not a way to win basketball games.
And again, this program only in its second year of existence, as we said, mostly recruiting a lot of Canadian players, but did attract 35 athletes from 11 countries as they got going and went 15-11 last year, trying to improve on that this year. Right now, the two-time defending West Virginia State champions lead it by 10. Shull on the left side, gets in the left corner for Mullins. Mullins off to Obinna. Obinna takes a jumper from the left side, online but short, rebounded by Ambrose.
That jumper's struggling tonight for Obinna, but during the season, that shot will fall.
Ambrose almost walked getting into the paint. Now picks up his dribble, kicks it out over to Barba. Now Dillenbeck, open three from the left corner. He's off the mark. Rebound comes down though to Colbert, and he's hammered on the way in as Philip Mullins met him with an elbow that time, and that'll go against Philip.
Yeah, Mullins there was just trying to get in and prevent an easy layup, and the foul was called. And ISA, it may do them some good, Chris, here if Colbert could knock down these 2 free throws.
And again, right now, ISA looking for any type of an answer. Again, even in the last couple of quarters as Colbert misses on the first. Again, looking at the first quarter, they had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 field goals in the first quarter. They've only had 4 field goals from the free throw line since the first quarter. Again, that's mainly where their points are coming from. As Colbert hits the second, the lead down to 9.
And now with Bediako out, the pressure's back on, and now is the chance for Obinna to get involved. Jeffrey with a shot.
No good as he tried to get it over Ambrose, but misses. And now here comes Clayton up the floor. Gets into the center, sidesteps a defender, and draws the foul on the way in. So Clayton, good job forcing the action that time. Draws the foul on Hunter Jeffrey. That'll be number 2 on him with 2:52 left in the third.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey there just stuck his arm out, tried to just swat the ball away, but got Clayton on the arm and didn't fall. And Bediako's going to check back in now.
And now Chapmanville sending in Isaac Smith along with Chase Berry as Brody Dalton and Hunter Jeffrey will go to the bench here. And like you said, with as bad as ISA has shot in this game, Chapmanville, they've been able to increase their halftime lead slightly, but nevertheless, ISA just kind of hanging around right now.
This is not a team you want to give a little breathing room to let them get back into a ball game. Now the press is back on, but Chapmanville's got a few press breakers.
Again, they've got a couple of very good ball handlers, but right there they mess it up as Mullins was cutting towards the center, and Shull thought he was staying out wide, and the pass goes over Mullins' head and out of bounds, so turnover for Chapmanville.
And Ambrose is going to grab a seat as Barba comes back in. Barba's another guy, like you said, committed to Miami of Ohio. And I may have been incorrect on that Conference USA. I believe Miami's in the MAC still. So I believe I misspoke earlier. So.
Well, we'll say old school.
Thank you, Booth Davis, for that correction.
Everybody's a good backseat driver, aren't they? Just saying, turn down your volume, folks, and you give it a shot. Dylan Beck gets it out front for Barba. Barba looks down low to Colbert. Now back out for Bediako. Drives baseline. Obinna hits the deck. Nothing called. Bediako gets it back and finishes at the rim. And Coach Napper can't believe nothing on that as Obinna looked like he had position, but nothing called.
Yeah, referees kind of swallowed the whistle there. It looked like Obinna had position, but the refs called a no call, and it's back to a 2-possession game, Chris.
44-38. Chapmanville still in the lead. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. There's Mullins. Swings it over to Smith. Now back out.
1-2-2 press here from ISA.
And again, first look we've seen of this tonight, I believe, as Shull gets it back over to Smith. Now inside to Obinna. Obinna swings into the center of the paint. Now gives it off to Mullins. Puts it up and in as he banks it in from mid-range. And Mullins with his first points of the second half. Barba back up quickly the other way. Now Clayton into the corner for Dylan Beck. Back out front. They swing it around. Barba gets a good look from 3. Count it for Barba as he crashes to the deck.
He's been the most consistent outside shot they've had tonight, Chris, and he's feeling it, but he fell down there. He might have hurt himself.
Obinna goes in hard, and he draws the foul on Dylan Beck and Obinna.
No, they called a charge.
Or did it? Yes, they did, in fact. So Obinna called for the charge, and that's going to be 3 on him. And Coach Napper can't believe the call.
Yeah, they called the charge. I didn't get a good look at it. Let's take a look here. That's a close call. That one's hard to – it's the toughest call in sports, I think, Chris, honestly.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have contested, maybe just get rid of that call altogether on the inside. A block or a charge, just get rid of it completely.
Well, the Rex Chapman Twitter feed, if you want to know about blocks or charges, that's where you need to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, his is fun.
Oh, yeah.
So 46-41 Chapmanville. Dylan Beck drives in left side, draws the contact, and he'll go to the line, as this could be on Hunter Jeffrey, and this could be his third, and it will be.
Well, the big guys for Chapmanville both in a little bit of foul trouble, but what's happened here, Chris, is Chapmanville's pace has slowed down immensely with this pressure from ISA, and on the other end, ISA now is using their size advantage to try to get in, create contact, and draw fouls.
Dylan Beck at the line, sinks the first free throw. As the lead down to 4. Again, it was as big as 10 for Chapmanville, but now Chapmanville has gone ice cold themselves here in the third quarter with only 8 points.
You had to know another run was coming, Chris. That's the thing. Basketball's a game of runs, and Dylan Beck knocks down the second one. It's a 3-point ball game.
That's 7 points for Dylan Beck now as we hit the final 60 seconds of the third quarter. Mullins Works it up ahead to Shull. Shull on the left wing. He'll take a three. No good, too strong, and rebounded underneath by Clayton. And now Dillenbeck swings the elbows, and it's going to be an offensive foul on him as he connected on one with Chase Berry.
And Berry, he knows about taking a hit, and Dillenbeck's saying, I can't help it when I hold the ball up. My elbow's right at his face because Dillenbeck's got size, but that is an offensive foul.
And again, Chase Berry, another one. He's going to be a guy that does a lot of the dirty work this year as well whenever he comes in the game, and right there picks up a key charge. They kick it out. Smith, open three, no good. There's Hunter Jeffrey, though, on the rebound. Tried to give it to Smith cutting in, but throws it away to Barba. Now Jeffrey gets his hands on another one and steals it away, trying to fight with it with Bediako, and Bediako steals it. Up ahead now for Dillenbeck. Drives in, and he loses it off his hands and out of bounds, and what a wacky sequence that was on both ends.
Yeah, and Dillenbeck, Shull was down there trying to put some pressure on him, and Shull even put his hands up, and Dillenbeck just lost it. There was no contact. Brody Dalton checks in for Hunter Jeffrey now. Bediako goes out, and Ambrose back in.
I think that was like 6 turnovers in less than 20 seconds.
All we were missing was the Benny Hill music.
So now Chapmanville may get the final look of the quarter here. We'll see.
A lot of subs coming in here to end the third quarter.
46-43, Chapmanville leads it. Third game of the evening from the Phenom Country Roads Classic here in Chapmanville, West Virginia. Again, big slate on hand tomorrow as well. Chapmanville will play the last game against Miller, Virginia. Right now trying to knock off International Sports Academy as Dalton gets it across midcourt. 15 seconds left in the third. Shull out top with it, being guarded by Merrick. Shull gets it over to Mullins. Mullins on the right wing with 10 seconds. Back out to Shull. 7 seconds to go. Shull gets it over left side. Smith with it. Down to 3 seconds. Shull's going to have to go with it here. He has to force it up, and he's fouled. Almost threw it in.
Well, they should put some time back on the clock because there was a foul called. So we're definitely going to reset the clock. Shull's going to get 3 free throws. And we're going to have to clear the
cheerleaders are coming out on the floor here.
The cheerleaders are out on the field.
The cheerleaders are out on the field.
Please tell me somebody got that. But here you go on our replay for VIA Production. Shull just goes up, and he got hit by Colbert on the arm, and Colbert couldn't believe it.
I don't know what he's worried or what he thinks he didn't do there. You could hear it right in front of us. You heard the smack.
Sounded like a Ric Flair chop.
It really
right on
did.
The arm, and they're going to have to put some time back on the clock here, I believe, because that foul was called with at least a second left. So they put 2 seconds back on the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought there would be a little time.
And we've cleared the cheerleaders.
But yeah, I mean, you could hear it plain as day that Colbert smacked Shull on the arm going up.
That's a foul you don't need. Or they're putting .2 back on the clock, excuse me. So apparently that foul came with less time than I thought.
And Shull's first free throw, no good off the back iron. But yeah, I thought there was maybe a second.
I thought
left,
a second at least. But the officials are the final say.
Shull's second free throw gets this one connect. He's got 21 points now, 47-43 in favor of Chapmanville. Trying to build this lead to at least 5 going into quarter number 4, and it will be. So Shull with 22 points. They'll inbound it. Barba won't even get it off in time as he heaves it to the other end. But Chapmanville leads it 48-43 as we head to the start of quarter number 4 right after this. As you are watching Chapmanville Tigers basketball action with us right here live on WVOW Radio, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as we are here for the Phenoms Country Roads Classic. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me Nathan Bush, as Chapmanville saw their 10-point lead shrink to 5 at the end of the quarter. But again, both teams having their struggles from the field. And Obinna back in with 3 fouls, but ISA will get the ball to start the fourth quarter, which means Chapmanville will get the ball if there's a tie-up this period.
And here comes regular starters out for Chapmanville.
Get it over to Clayton on the right wing. Again, ISA going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial. Chapmanville right to left. Clayton, top of the key for Colbert. Back over to Clayton, looking down low for Bediako. Dalton trying to shield him. Still looking. Now they give it to Ambrose. Now they lob it in for Bediako, and he's fouled from the weak side by Smith, who tried to come in and rip it away. As that'll be team foul number 5 against Chapmanville, only 2 against ISA here.
That's a good foul there, though, from Smith, because Bediako's going to go up and slam it home. So good foul there for him.
So Clayton will inbound it to Bediako as he gets out beyond the 3-point line. Now Obinna switched on to him. They get it over to Colbert. Out to Ambrose. Now back towards midcourt for Clayton as they look to reset the offense.
Now if you look, Chapmanville back in man-to-man defense.
They go down low, and Ambrose pass off the mark and out of bounds as Obinna with good defense on Bediako that time.
If they're going to stay in man-to-man, look for Bediako and Ambrose to get underneath and get position and go to work.
48-43 Chapmanville, early moments of the fourth quarter. Shull inside Obinna goes up, and this time fouled hard as he goes to the ground as Bediako tried to go for the block and got a piece of the arm, and Obinna will go to the line.
Well, that was 2 Titans meeting in the air on that one with Obinna and Bediako up as Obinna goes up for it and Bediako fouls him. Now let's see if Obinna can convert these free throws.
As he hits on the first. Obinna now with 11 points for the game.
You know Coach D'Antoni's probably watching. Hello, Coach, if you're watching.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd say we'll have a lot of eyes glued on this throughout the weekend with some of the Division I talent that's on all these teams as Obinna gets both free throws to go, and Chapmanville gets the lead back up to where it was at halftime at 7. Barba looks to cut into it again and does so as Barba once again gets free and hits his 5th 3 of the game.
And that guy can shoot. He can flat out shoot.
And right now, Coach Napper not happy that he's the one of all people that Chapmanville let get space that time as the lead back down to 4.
And looks like still trying to run that pressure as ISA.
He'll go for 3, and Philip Mullins answers on the other end. He's now got 15 points for the game and his 3rd 3-pointer.
And you got to know Philip Mullins felt great to get that one to fall.
And he's a kid that you saw in here putting in work in the offseason like a lot of others, but you know, Philip would come in here and do all sorts of extra drills, extra shooting drills. I mean, he's someone that really wanted to improve his shooting, and it's paying off tonight. As inside Bediako crashes to the ground, and we're going to get a foul here. And boy, oh boy, how was that a foul?
Well, Bediako's down. He might be hurt.
Yeah, he went down, but there wasn't a Chapmanville player anywhere near him. And even Shull coming down saying that's fake. And wow, there's an Academy Award for Bediako on that one.
Well, I mean, there may not have been a foul there, Chris.
Yeah, he may have gotten
hurt.
But yeah, there definitely wasn't a foul committed by a Tiger on that play.
It didn't look like there was. Looked like there was nobody near him unless he got tripped up. That'd been the only way I could see it, but I didn't see a Tiger around him when he went down.
Trying to see maybe what could have happened to him on that play. Yeah. Again, Brody Dalton was the only one near him on that play, and the only thing you could think was maybe that something got into his face here. Again, we're trying to take a look at it here on the replay.
Looked like he fell on the ball, and that might have hurt him.
And again, Dalton's arm went up there near the end, but it couldn't have been more than a flashing glance across the face there. Again, might have caught him there in the nose a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he's grabbing his, as we'll look again a little closer here.
Yeah, again, Dalton was flashing for the ball that time.
Okay, that's what happened is Dalton's left hand went up, caught him right in the face, and they're going to help him up. They're going to take about 3 of them to get him up, but they got him up. That's a big man. looks like he's going to be okay. That's good.
And that's one of those just kind of like glancing blows you take that just kind of stuns you a little bit.
Well, if you get hit in the nose, Chris, I mean,
that's what I said.
Dalton had his hand straight up, so definitely caught him in the nose.
That's what I said, one of those glancing blows that get you as you're coming by that time.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those kind of stuns you as they inbound it. Ambrose, and he'll slam it home on the left side as he got free.
That was a nice inbounds play there from ISA. This game is back to 5 with 6 minutes to go here. 53-48, the Chapmanville Tigers lead.
Over to Mullins on the right side. Mullins, top of the key for Shull. Shull being guarded by Barba. This Bediako will look check in at the next whistle. Now back over to Shull into the corner for Mullins. He'll take a three with 2 men around him. No good. Brody Dalton, though, with the rebound. Dalton fakes up, goes to Obinna. Obinna, count it, and the foul for Obinna Killen. As he was able to fight his way up on Ambrose that time, drew the contact, and had enough mobility and enough strength to get that up over him for the M1.
And that was a nice take by Obinna. Look here, muscles it up, gets the ball to drop. And, Chris, a play like that is what takes a good player to a great player, and that's what Obinna just did there with that play. He has played great tonight, even with the foul trouble he's been in.
And so Obinna with a chance to increase this lead to 8 here with the free throw. And that was a good find, too, by Brody Dalton. Again, he was trapped underneath with a couple of trees around him, and then he found his own personal tree in Obinna, who came flying up the middle, and Obinna hits the free throw. As he's been deadly from the line tonight. He's 7 of 8 from the charity stripe. He missed his first and made his last 7. Dylan Beck lobs it inside. Bediako, good position, and he'll slam it home with 2 hands as he's now got 9 points for the game and the lead down to 6.
And that's a play that I'm surprised we haven't seen more of. And there's a turnover.
Yes, there's a steal for Barba over to Clayton. Clayton drives in right side, up and under, kicks it out. 3 from the corner. Colbert short, but Clayton gets the rebound. Out to Dylan Beck. He'll drive in, gets inside, but misses. Colbert with the rebound. He's blocked by Obinna from behind, and now a foul underneath. And my goodness, 4 or 5 clean and good looks for ISA on that trip, and they couldn't get any to fall. As on video productions, we take a look at the 2-handed slam by Bediako underneath and a good pass inside.
He doesn't even have to jump.
He basically did one of those like he barely hopped up to put that in.
Like me trying to get the last ice cream cone out of the freezer, you know.
It's a good set play, but man, that right down that sequence right there, they had a good open look from 3, 2 open looks on layups, and just couldn't get any of them to fall.
Yeah, and that could have cut it to a 1-possession game, and now the press has been on, and they fall back here.
Down to 4:38 to go in the fourth quarter, 56-50. Chapmanville leads it against International Sports Academy.
And they're going to try to press here out of this zone from the looks of things.
And now Dalton with it, finds Obinna, lobs it back over to Shull. Shull trying to tell everyone to settle down here as he gets it over to Philip Mullins on the left wing. Now Mullins back out into Dalton. Dalton caught in midair, tries to find Shull and just does. Shull now to Obinna at the free throw line. Obinna tried to go in with the right hand but comes up short. Rebounded by Bediako. He brings up right side. It looked like almost a push off that time. Gets it to Colbert. He'll go for 3. No good. Rebound tipped out. Shull takes it, and he's fouled on the rebound as Colbert got a piece of him.
And Colbert has had look after look after look tonight, Chris. He has not been able to find the bottom of the bucket from 3. He's really struggled. As now checking in will be Anthony Combs, who is number 30 from last night in the Beckley Prep game. We didn't have his name last night. We got it tonight. He is an outside marksman. He knocked down big shots last night for this ISA squad.
So 30-second timeout here. We'll keep things right here with us, with Chapmanville leading at 56-50 with 3:58 to go. Well, Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-855-4906. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. So now it'll be Chapmanville ball out of the timeout. Trying to increase this lead at 16 fouls apiece, so the next foul on both sides will put this in the 1-and-1 for both sides. So we'll see if Chapmanville tries to continue to extend their offense here and force ISA to keep chasing.
Well, Chris, it's a 6-point ball game, 56-50. Chapmanville leads, and this is a time in the game when somebody's going to try and go on this last run here of the fourth quarter, and whoever goes on this last run will probably get out of here with the victory. But who's going to be that squad is really the question.
So now here comes Philip Mullins up the center of the floor, able to put the brakes on as Combs flies by. Now Mullins on the right side.
ISA's back in man-to-man.
He gets it over to Dalton. Dalton to Obinna in the right corner. Dribbles out against Dylan Beck. Now he's caught, looking for help, and that'll get a timeout from Coach Brad Napper.
Good timeout there from Coach Napier.
It'll be a full timeout. Let's see if he's got a 30 left or not. Okay, so they only have full timeouts, so we'll take the full timeout as well. 3:35 remaining. We'll be back after this as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station.
I'm the elf on the shelf, and thanks to your woodworking skills, this is about to get a whole lot less jolly. And unless these are protected by Allstate, this little mess up is going to cost you big.
Protect your portable electronics against breaks, spills, and other Yuletide mishaps with a protection plan by Allstate. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Meltdown, meltdown, meltdown.
Do you find yourself sitting on the couch, flipping through the same old channels night after night? Well, follow the smell of delicious butter popcorn to Marquee Cinemas at Southridge Center in South Charleston. Marquee Cinemas just finished Phase 1 of its renovations at the Southridge location. Come and relax in the new Power leather recliners. Marquee Cinemas, your place for family-friendly fun.
Welcome back, everybody. 3:35 remaining in what has been a tightly contested game all the way through, and Chapmanville leading it 56-50 with the ball here out of the timeout as ISA putting the pressure on right now. Again, both teams with 16 fouls apiece. So the next foul will put Chapmanville or ISA in the 1-and-1. Dalton with it, the freshman, goes to the ground, and let's see what we get here. Get a foul, a trip on Bediako. That'll be number 3 on him.
You know, Chris, last night Joe and I were amazed that this ISA squad and the Beckley Prep squad, a lot of them, there was very little foul trouble on either squad. As physical of a game as it was, there really was hardly any foul trouble. You'd see players getting their first foul in the fourth quarter.
And we saw that a little bit in the first game today. The second game, we saw more of a foul festival as Brody Dalton, the freshman, calmly sinks the first free throw at the front end of the 1-and-1. As Combs will come out now. The lead back up to 7. And again, Dalton had a very impressive football season as a freshman too, with he and Chase Berry connecting a lot. Looks like a promising young receiver for Chapmanville as they go forward. He misses on the second.
Just a good young athlete, Chris.
Comes from that Dalton bloodline, baby, I tell you. Just run through Chapmanville for quite a while. 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter, 57-50 Chapmanville. Drive on the baseline by Clayton. Nice find for Dylan Beck, but he can't finish, and now a whistle underneath as Dylan Beck had a wide open look but couldn't put it down. And then you get a foul by Chase Berry, and probably a good foul if you're Chapmanville because Bediako had it right there in front of the rim for a possible dunk.
Yeah, all he had to do was put his arm up, and he was dunking the ball. And I'll be interested to see where Bediako ends up in his collegiate career. He's yet to commit. No, he's got offers. He's a top 100 player in the country, top 30 from what I saw recently, according to ISA's Twitter page. So we'll see where he ends up going, and we'll be watching him play on, college hoops and March Madness and things like that.
Dylan Beck hits the first. Well, yeah, I mean, he's only a junior this year, and so he's definitely got a lot more time to improve, and you can definitely see the raw talent and ability of this young man, and you can see why he's coveted by so many schools already. As the second free throw missed by Dylan Beck. Now pass up ahead. Obinna able to get it away from Bediako and then poked away from behind by Clayton, but out of bounds. It'll stay with Chapmanville, leading at 57-51 with 2:52 remaining.
Chapmanville trying to hold on to this lead here, try to keep ISA on their heels here. Chapmanville's led the majority of this ball game since the second quarter.
They get it to Mullins in the right corner. He'll step back out. Now to Shull out near midcourt. Guarded by Clayton. Dribbles to the free throw line. Pull up jumper and a big shot by Andrew Shull as he's got 24 points now. 59-51. Barba, the guy you don't want to leave open, and that's why he buries another three. And Coach Brad Napper furious that he's the one that they left open again that time, and the lead back down to 5. Full timeout by ISA. We'll take it as well. Back after this as you're watching and listening to Chapmanville basketball action with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
Do you pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you as we're coming down to the final moments here. 2.5 to go, and Chapmanville clinging to a 5-point lead. They get it across midcourt. Obinna with it out towards midcourt, being guarded by Barba. Picks up his dribble, needs help, and finds Philip Mullins. 59-54 Tigers. Mullins goes inside with it. Obinna now dribbles back out, picked up by Bediako. Obinna looking, finding Shull over along the far side. Shull, started by Colbert, dribbles him, pulls up in front of him, short on the jumper, rebounded by Bediako as he and Mullins get tangled up, but now a chance for ISA to bring this back down to a one-possession game. We're under 2 minutes to go now. Clayton over right side, gets inside, drives in, misses on the layup, long rebound, Berry takes it, and here comes Chapmanville. Shull over to Obinna, drives in hard on Colbert, a blocking call made on Colbert, as that was going to be a bang-bang call, and it goes against Colbert. So that's 3 on him.
That was a bang-bang play there. As you said, Chris, let's take a look at the replay. Was this a block, or do we think it's a charge? And definitely a block. Feet were not set. Good call by the officials.
And he slid in there right at the last second to try and get Obinna on the call, but couldn't get it, and that'll be a 2-shot foul for Obinna, and he hits the first. He's 8 of 9 now from the line, and that's 8 in a row for him.
I believe we've had someone foul out.
That's 16 points for Obinna, and I'm trying to see if that is.
We got a timeout. I think. We got something.
Getting some confusion here as to what exactly happened, if Coach Prisky called a timeout or not.
Yeah, I believe he did.
Okay, no, it was 5 instead. Oh. Okay, so that was the case. Okay, so it was 5 on Colbert, so he's out.
Colbert really struggled tonight shooting, Chris. He had a rough night. Good defensively, but, man, he really had his struggles trying to knock down wide-open jump shots, and coming back in for him is going to be Combs.
And he started out well tonight. Again, he knocked down his first 3, had 5 points in the first quarter, but finishes with just 6 points altogether on the evening for Brad Colbert, along with the foul out. And now Obinna with an opportunity to try and push this to a 3-possession lead with 1:40 to go. He sinks it again. He's just been lights out from the line tonight. 9 of 10 for big man. He's got 17 points and 61-54. And right now, if Andy Barba gets an open look, I think whoever leaves him open might as well keep running to the parking lot, because Coach Brad Napper is not going to be happy.
You're not wrong.
As Dylan Beck, top of the key with it, dribbles in, has it stripped away by Mullins. Mullins up ahead, dribbling in, 4-on-1 to Obinna, stripped away, and a great defensive play by Clayton that time as Obinna looked to put the exclamation point on this game, and he keeps them alive for the time being.
I think Dylan Beck rolled an ankle there. I could see him wincing, and he's really having trouble getting to the bench here. They're going to sub him out.
And that's hurtful for them as well on the offensive end, as he's one of the outside threats as they get it into Berry. His shot blocked, gets it out to Shull. He'll go for 3, and there's the dagger from Andrew Shull, as he has now 6 3-pointers on the night. Over to Merrick. He'll try to answer on the other end. His 3-2 strong. Barba gets the putback and the foul as he goes crashing hard to the deck. And boy, I tell you, Andy Barba showed up to play tonight as he has had a tremendous ball game for ISA, as that's now on the evening 24 points for him.
Yeah, if there's somebody that ISA can hang their hat on tonight, it's Andy Barba. What a great play, and there's 25 points. This lead is back down now. And I'm not even going to try and do math. 7.
64-57, Chapmanville leads it up ahead to Chase Berry. Back to Shull, and Shull fouled by Barba. As that'll be team foul number 9 against ISA, so this will be the final 1-on-1 for Chapmanville. And, you know, as big as Andrew Shull has been from three-point land and from the field, you know, it's not very often that Obinna could tell him, hey, I outshot you from the free throw line tonight. Obinna's 9 of 10 on the evening, and Shull is 3 of 5, now 3 of 6 as he misses on this one. So a chance here for ISA, still with life. They get it over to Combs. He'll go for 3 from the corner. No good, off the side iron. Rebound comes out, Mullins with it. Mullins looks up ahead, now tries to pull it out as he'll circle around, out to Shull. Shull back to Mullins with 30 seconds underneath, and Philip Mullins shoved to the ground right in front of us as Bediako helps him up and pats him on the back. As that'll be number 4, I believe, now here on Bediako. Actually, no, it's going to be on Clayton. They're going to change the calls. That'll be 3 on him.
How would you like to have a guy the size of Bediako coming at you like that, just foul you?
Yeah, and, you know, it was right in front of us, too, so I'm glad there wasn't a whole lot of momentum that was pushing them forward there.
Well, luckily it would have just hurt me. It wouldn't have broke my computer, eh, Robbie?
No, Robbie's going to dive in front of that thing like his life depended on it.
Video production has been great to work with here, Chris, and WVOW, our guys back in the studio. Terry Bucklew and Fast David Anderson back in the studio. I'm trying to come up with a nickname for him. It's not working. But, yeah, those two guys have been great helping us out, get everything set up here. And Phenom Hoops Report has done a great job as well.
Mullins misses on the first attempt, still with the second. 29.2 seconds left and misses on the second. So 64-57 Chapmanville. Final 25 seconds. Barba out on it, takes a contested 3 against Berry. Missed this time. Long rebound comes out. Now up ahead to Obinna. In a foot race with Barba. Slams it home and puts ISA to bed with a huge dunk to signal a huge win for the Chapmanville Tigers. As a miss by Clayton, ball goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Chapmanville. And this Tiger club that looked like they might get run out of their own gym in the first couple of minutes of this game will come away with a 66-57 win over International Sports Academy and continue to stay unbeaten on their home floor since 2017. What a performance by the Tigers after that tough opening 4-minute salvo by ISA. But Chapmanville picks up the victory and will now earn a date with Miller, Virginia tomorrow, and what will be another very tough opponent to go up against here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium. 66-57 your final. Chapmanville takes it over ISA. We'll step aside for a break and be back after this 2-minute timeout as you are watching and listening to Chapmanville basketball action with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5.
Mitchell.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me, Nathan Bush, as Chapmanville knocks off ISA Osborne 66-57. And again, Nathan, it seemed like early on this game was possibly going to be very one-sided in ISA's favor, but after the opening couple of moments, Chapmanville really turned it up, started to pick up their outside shooting. ISA went cold, and Chapmanville ended up taking a 10-point lead eventually, but then ISA stormed back after Chapmanville went cold in the third quarter. But the Tigers showing their mettle and showing why they're the two-time defending West Virginia state champions, as they are able to hold off ISA in the end and then push their way to a 9-point victory at 66-57.
Yeah, they really played well, Chris. I thought the Tigers showed how good they really are. These are not just typical schools is the word I'm searching for there. I do this for a living. These are really tough schools. These are prep schools. These are schools with Division I offers. Of course, Obinna's got the Division I offer, but a lot of people counted Chapmanville out. Just if you look at ISA Osborne walking onto the court and you look at Chapmanville walking on the court, the eye test would tell you, oh, man, this is not good. But Chapmanville played well tonight. They played tough, and there were some key players for the Tigers in this game, and I'm sure we'll talk about them right now.
Let's take a look at our final scoring here on both sides. Again, we'll start with ISA International Sports Academy. Again, they were led by Andy Barba, who had 25 points on the evening, including 6 3-pointers. Then he was followed by Charles Bediako with 9 points. Then you had Colby Dillenbeck with 8 points. Keon Ambrose with 6 points. Brad Colbert with 6 points. And rounding out the scoring was Jaden Clayton with 3 points. On the other end, leading all scorers for Chapmanville, and in this game in particular, was Andrew Shull with 27 points on the evening, including 6 3-pointers of his own, equaling Barba's total, including that nail-in-the-coffin 3 near the end of the fourth quarter. And then after that, you had Obinna Killen with 19 points, including that thunderous dunk that put the game away for good right at the end, and including going 9 of 10 from the foul line. As we take a look at it here on Video Productions with our replay, again, this is the stuff that stuffed ISA for the evening.
Jeez.
And pushes Chapmanville to 2-1 on the evening.
Apologies for the puns of Chris Kidd.
Yeah, you should have been with us on Video Productions earlier. I had a great one with that game. You have to go back.
Heard it.
You have to go back and check that one out at the end of the third quarter. That one was Hall of Fame worthy right there. Kirk Gowdy himself would have been pumped. Nathan sits in silence. Okay.
Yeah.
then you have Philip Mullins with 15 points on the night. And Philip had 3 3-pointers that proved to be very huge at the outcome of this game. Then Chase Berry and Hunter Jeffrey with 2 points each. But again, the 2 points each don't account for all the work that those two put in on the defensive end as well, helping out with Ambrose, helping out with Bediako. I mean, they really did a number on the inside on both ends.
Yeah, Hunter Jeffrey, Chris, he was really one of my biggest unsung heroes of this game, especially that first half. He came in when Obinna got down with 2 fouls early and had to step up and play big minutes, and he did just that. He did all those little things that we talked about that you just pointed out, and I think he did a great job. And Hunter Jeffrey, he may not show up big in the stat sheet, but he was big tonight for the Tigers.
And then you have Brody Dalton, the other Tiger, closing out with 1 point on the evening for Chapmanville to add up to a 66-57 win. Well, it's time now for the Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And tonight's hot hand goes to Andrew Shull with 27 points, including 6 3-pointers. Again, Andrew Shull dominated play here tonight from the outside and the perimeter. Again, just a tremendous shooting night for Shull. Again, 27 is what he had against Nitro. 27 is what he has tonight against International Sports Academy. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville at 304-855-5200. We'll step aside for our final break, and when we come back, we'll also have our Player of the Game on Video Productions coming your way, so don't go anywhere, and we'll talk about our broadcast coming up tomorrow here on WVOW as we've got 2 more games. We got Man coming your way and Chapmanville coming your way yet again tomorrow here from the Phenom's Country Roads Classic. You're watching and listening to Chapmanville basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, Surgical Podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home. Do you find yourself sitting on the couch, flipping through the same old channels night after night? Well, follow the smell of delicious butter popcorn to Marquee Cinemas at Southridge Center in South Charleston. Marquee Cinemas just finished Phase 1 of its renovations at the Southridge location. Come and relax in the new Power Leather recliners. Marquee Cinemas, your place for family-friendly fun.
I'm the elf on the shelf, and thanks to your woodworking skills, this is about to get a whole lot less jolly. And unless these are protected by Allstate, this little mess up is gonna cost you big.
Protect your portable electronics against breaks, spills, and other Yuletide mishaps with a protection plan by Allstate. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Elf down, elf down, elf down.
66-57, Chapmanville wins it tonight over ISA Osborne, and here on WVOW and here on Video Productions, and we did our Player of the Game on WVOW. Now we're going to do our Player of the Game on Video Productions, and tonight, big choice here. We went with Andrew Shull on the Temp Control Player of the Game. We're going to go with Hunter Jeffrey here, the Farmer, Klein, and Campbell Player of the Game here on Video Productions. Again, finished with 2 points, but boy, oh boy, did he do a lot of the work there in the first half. When Obinna picked up that second foul and had to go to the bench basically for the rest of the first half, he allowed Chapmanville to be able to go on that run offensively with some of his big defensive plays, came with a couple of big steals as well. And I tell you what, Big Head was on that beat tonight, man. That's his nickname.
My God.
and he ended up producing huge tonight for the Chapmanville
We go
Tigers.
from the Orange Mamba last year to Big Head.
You know what? That's what the teammates call him. So that's what they stick with, and he doesn't seem to mind it.
Hey,
so.
if he likes it, let's go for it.
Yeah, Hunter's a pretty easygoing guy, so he just kind of adopted it and moved on. But I tell you what, he coming up from JV last year, he produced big time here tonight and was able to give Chapmanville a chance to stay in the game and not only do that but extend the lead with Obinna out. And so he is our Farmer, Klein, and Campbell Player of the Game here on Video Productions. Well, again, Nathan, going to be a long day tomorrow. Again,
oh, boy, is it.
Yeah, I told you, on Video Productions, I'll be in at GW High School at 12:30 tomorrow for Riverside and Capital, and then after that, GW plays at 2:30, and then right after that, I'll be right back down here with you for Man taking on Nitro, and then we get a little bit of a breather, and then we go into the nightcap with Chapmanville and Miller. And again, seeing Miller, Virginia today, I mean, they played a very impressive game against Beckley Prep, winning that one by 6. So it'll be interesting to see how Chapmanville matches up with their size and athletic ability. But this Chapmanville Tiger team, just every time people think that they can't, they find a way to show that they can still.
Absolutely, and don't forget to tune in to Basketball Friday night on WVOW following our broadcast here. with Joe Linville and all the guys up there in Huntington. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., it's the Hatcher Show. We'll be talking about all sorts of things. It'll be Mark Hatcher, Justin Turner, and I'll be on the board. So make sure you tune in. Lots of basketball to talk about. Let's not miss it.
It's going to be a fun-filled weekend, has been so far, so make sure you spend your Saturday with us tomorrow here on WVOW Radio and on Video Productions. Well, the Chapmanville Tigers win a big game tonight over International Sports Academy as they knock off the team from Osborne, Ohio, 66-57. So for Aaron Stone, our cameraman, for Robbie Mounts on video production, our engineer back in the WVOW studio, David Anderson, Terry Bucklew, for Nathan Bush, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight from Danny Gobby Gymnasium in Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you have been listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.